man, this thing's fun. What are we celebrating?
It's a party.
H3 is over, party. Hey! Why are we celebrating? The K-pop fans were kind enough to throw us a party. Yes, thank you, Dan. K-pop! Oh, it's got pictures of K-pop. Look, it's her and her. Oh, it's her. Oh, those are my favorite. It says canceled. The cake says canceled. Is this Ralph's finest? Tastes like canceled. Oh, tastes like carrot cake, my least favorite. Would you like some canceled pie?
Yeah, I'd like to know what it tastes like to get canceled.
Let me take this shirt off. Yes! Woo! Welcome everybody to the canceled H3 podcast. We are now canceled. The party, we are just getting started. Woo! Now, last episode, we talked jokingly about K-pop for what can probably only have been about 10 seconds. And I'll pull up the clip. Actually, this is the clip that was being passed around. Here it is. This is what caused a shitstorm on Twitter. 2.8 million views, by the way. These kids, here.
Silence.
BTS. By the way, the context is we were watching YouTube Rewind. I paused for 10 seconds to shit talk K-pop because I don't like it. I don't get it. And I also noted that the fans are insane and that somebody was probably going to come try to assassinate me for even mentioning that I didn't like K-pop. You know, I put the show out not even thinking about this. And then I saw me getting tagged on like some hate threads, this one. And I was like, oh, shit, it's actually happening. Like, I totally saw this coming. And then I showed it to Dan. And Dan's like, dude, you're trending. It was like number 8 at the time. It went up. Dan, where did you see it? Because the highest I saw was number 4 trending.
Yeah, I mean, the trends are tailored to you. For me, it got way up there. I think it was number 2 at one point.
This was number 4 was the highest I saw it. But with 66,000 tweets, so I was very honored
So crazy.
To be on the top trending H3H3 is over party. I was like, yeah, baby. So here's the clip that was getting passed around. The BTS thing. I'm just gonna say it right now. I don't like K-pop. Yep. I hate K-pop. Yep. I don't get BTS.
K-pop.
They look like they're just a bunch of. How did this become a thing in Western culture where all these grown men and little girls are jerking off to little K-pop boys? It's like a little fetish. It's like a little twink gay fetish about these K-pop boys.
Does Ian have an insight on K-pop?
I love that. Ian, do you like K-pop? This whole clip is just BTS? Ian talking.
I mean, I don't like it, but I mean, it's just pop. I don't know.
Just pop music.
Ian, how did you feel being included in this?
Easy. It was interesting seeing my face on a cancellation clip.
Then pause the video.
Oh, so now you want me to pause the video? I see.
F tier, easy.
Well, the clip is just Ian talking at the rest of the time being sympathetic.
But that's all they got triggered about is the first like 10 seconds.
Yeah. So first they go, the argument changed over time. Obviously, they were just angry because I didn't like K-pop. People first said that I was xenophobic. People said that's a fear of foreigners is what that is. Not afraid. I'm not afraid of foreigners. In a one-on-one fight, those guys are so much smaller than me.
I can't even believe that people will take it to that place. Like, it's so far.
Well, and then they tried so hard. The first thing they latched on was that I was xenophobic. The next thing they tried was that I've got all the good clips that I was homophobic. And then finally they latched on to no grown man should talk about little girls masturbating. Mm-hmm. And I was like, bro, I'm not I'm not sitting there fantasizing and talking in depth about little girls masturbating. Right. I made a joke in Bassie.
Yeah.
You clipped the tag. Come on. Let's watch it again for your pleasure. No, we don't need to. We should. 2.5 million, dude. I said, quote, it's a little gay twink fetish and all these grown men and little girls are masturbating to K-pop. Prove me wrong.
Well, I just don't understand like why would it's so I don't know how to explain it. Like it's you're clearly like trying to just come up with some silly, obviously provocative jokes.
Well, I'm just going off the top of my head here.
Right. This isn't like material that you sit down and write and prepare like an essay about. Maybe it's a little inappropriate, but like
just having fun here.
Yeah.
But I think ultimately my point about the K-pop fandom was proven because they're so crazy. They do this thing called fan cams where whatever they're doing on Twitter, they just share. Do I have a hat on? Oh, I do. They just share
they're all
fan recording with one of them dancing, and it's just
so
obscene. And I think they've canceled like Billie Eilish for saying she doesn't listen to K-pop. She got canceled recently. Taylor Swift, I think, got canceled by K-pop fans. You guys don't understand what canceled means. I'm still standing. Woo-hoo-hoo. Even though I got a canceled cake, I'm still here, baby. And by the way, ever since that drama started, the viewership on that episode went up. Everybody was stoked. Everybody said, Ethan, you are so funny and entertaining and insightful. The comments about K-pop were hilarious and spot on. They said to me...
On the streets?
On the streets, everybody online. Oprah said it on her show. I got a call from Oprah and Ellen. Excerpt about it in Michelle Obama's new book. And, you know, here, in Brazil, we were #1 trending. That's awesome.
Have we ever been trending like that for anything?
Never. It was exciting for me.
That's got to tell you how insane this is.
And then, let's see. This was Australia, #2 trending. H3 is over party. Imagine the delight of people that actually... I feel like there's a lot of people that dislike me. I've said this. I'm surprised when people like me these days. I feel like most people dislike me, and I've come to terms with that. I used to be liked, now I'm disliked, and that's okay. I've come to terms with that. Clearly, as you can see here, for good reason. But I imagine the disappointment when people click that expecting something juicy and like, what did Ethan do this time? And it's just some K-pop losers getting all butthurt. Because I said, little girls jerk off to K-pop. And you know it's true. Whoa! Well, actually, what I said was grown men and little girls jerk off. I was referring to the grown men. But hey, I'll sip my tea. K-pop. Oh, then in reaction to the band H3 cancel, band K-pop accounts became #1 trending, which I thought was fun. And they, of course, take that very seriously. That's like all-out war for them. So, but here, let's take a look at some of our favorite reactions. Now, this guy Jeff. This guy who posted this first one got a ton of responses, and he erased his tweet. I'm not sure why he bitched out. Extremely disappointed in how H3H3 Productions trashed on BTS and K-pop. So this is where it started. It was just me trashing BTS and K-pop. Then it morphed into me being a pedophile and me being xenophobic and racist.
Yeah, and being white man.
Yeah, white man.
I kept seeing that one for a while, and I was like, what about me? I was in the video too. Like, does the H3 is over party include me? Am I not included because I'm a female, or am I included, but I'm like not included?
Read this. He goes, I've watched this dude for literally years, and devastated is not the right word to describe how I'm feeling right now. Bro, I've shit-talked everybody. God forbid I made one negative, spoke negatively about K-pop for like 10 seconds and moved on, and you're beyond devastated. Get a fucking life, you weirdo. That's how I feel. I'm extremely sad. Bro, feel sad for all the K-pop idols committing suicide because you guys are so psycho. That's a theme that will persist throughout this. So Jeff, this was the first verified account to @ me. This guy Jeff now, Jeff Benjamin, who is the kind of dude who is definitely jerking off to K-pop. I mean, that guy probably has a K-pop pillow that he comes on every night and then sleeps on. He's a K-pop columnist for Billboard, New York Times, Rolling Stones, Teen Vogue, Forbes, And Mein Kampf Weekly. Whoa, he writes for a Nazi, neo-Nazi publication. That doesn't fit with the rest of them. Mein Kampf Weekly. He's a K-pop correspondent for that paper. He says, I hate K-pop. How did this become a thing in Western culture? It's like a little fetish. Cue negative gay language. Well, why don't you just say what I said?
Because he thinks it's that offensive.
Oh, really?
I couldn't repeat it.
Well, when you speak about something foreign to you like this from the start, how would you ever expect to understand it? Okay, that's a fair point, but then he really goes off the deep end here as I get deeper into Jeff, who is a correspondent for Mein Kampf Weekly. Jeff Benjamin. I also have never heard of H3H3 Productions before today, but a quick research shows me they have 2 million Twitter followers. That's incredible research. He clicked my profile. Nearly 7 million YouTube followers. So it's a teaching moment for this kind of language to be called out. Being educated by Jeff Benjamin. But here's my favorite by Jeff Benjamin, editor of the Mein Kampf Weekly.
What is with them? I'm not following.
He works for the Nazi propaganda newspaper, as well as New York Times and.
Where did you get that?
Does it not? My joke not hitting? I just added it. I just added it as a joke. I'm making a little funny joke. Did you guys get that, or was I just off basis?
I get it.
I get it. Dan gets it. Yeah, he's the editor actually of Mein Kampf Weekly.
I found it funny.
Oh, Zach giggled for me.
Oh, okay.
Jeff Benjamin says, true. Oh, somebody said this. The thing is, no amount of calling them out is going to do anything for this one. They've been down controversial roads plenty of times before, and it always just slides right off, and they continue doing what they're doing. Not really sure on a solution to this one. We must be shut down. Jeff goes, true, even though he just admitted to not knowing anything about me. True. Unfortunately, many people and platforms operate like this with no repercussions. Sounds like something a Nazi would say. But if we can connect with anyone who sees the problem with this type of language, or even better, affect the sponsorship, it can make a larger change. That's my hope, by using my platform at least. Well, Benjamin is boldly using his Nazi propaganda, fascist propaganda, I won't even say, to shut down our sponsors for daring to voice sarcastically that we dislike hip-hop. So shout out to Jeff Benjamin.
Hip-hop.
K-pop. Sorry. My head's everywhere.
I like how they're saying that we always manage to get out of controversy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, maybe,
they want to bury me.
There's a reason. Maybe because we didn't actually do anything.
Well, I certainly didn't. I'm not a serial rapist by any means.
Maybe we talk about controversial stuff. Maybe we sometimes make jokes that don't
land. You want a sip of that cola? Here, celebrate our cancellation. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, read between the lines there. They're saying that we've said things untoward, and we must cease to have a platform. I don't understand.
Yeah.
That's the central points of fascism. Is that Mein Kampf Weekly? The editor-in-chief, Jeff Benjamin?
No.
I think he founded that paper.
He has no pizza experience.